Well, hello, my sweet friends. How are you this morning? Second Saturday of 2026. Off to a bit of a bumpy start, but won't get into that. Everybody knows how we are. Just keep on keeping on, right? So, today we are going to talk about validating your big idea. All right. So, what are you doing this year? I know you got some big ideas. You got a big thing you want to launch, right? Well, we're going to talk about validating that big idea before you build it. So many times we think we know exactly what our ideal clients and customers want and need without asking them. So I'm going to implore you for 2026, talk to humans. Don't start building, start talking. Okay? Give me that promise, all right? Just promise me. Your ideal client, your ideal audience knows what they need. Just ask them. All right? It's easy peasy. So, there's two schools of thought, I guess, but they're the same thing. There's the Lean Startup book by, oh my God, his last name is Ries, Eric Ries. Uh, they have a philosophy of building fast, talk first, build fast, and they tell them to get out of the building and talk to people and then measure what they've learned. Amy Porterfield's Digital Course Academy has the exact same methodology, only just does it a little bit differently. Get out on Zoom, get to a coffee shop, get to where your people are, talk to your audience, and then look for the patterns. Okay? So, shut up about your idea, ask about their struggle. I'm telling you, people don't want to hear about you. They don't even want to hear about your idea. They want to hear how you can help relieve their pain, their suffering. If you can give them a transformation that is aspirational, that's all they want. That's all they want. They do want some authority. They probably want to know if you've done this before, give me some proof. But you do that later. At first, just find out what their problem is. Now, what are the questions? They're very, very simple. I've got a cheat sheet for you, and I put the link in the chat. First link did not come through. Thank you, Bitly. But the second link I do think is going to work. One thing I will say about Bitly, I tried to, make it a little bit prettier. Bitly stops and gives you another page for security, and then you have to click another link and then get to the download page of the PDF. I don't like that. I don't think that's a good user experience. When you click, I want you to be able to download that PDF. So I probably will have to go back to saving my lead magnets and files up on my WordPress website, and then kind of tighten that folder up, that uploads folder for security. But today, I'm sorry, you're going to have to click one extra link. So let's go over these questions that you're going to ask your peeps. First off, where are you stuck right now? According to what you're trying to offer. Where are you stuck? What is your pain? What have you tried that didn't work? What results do you want? What's stopping you from getting the results that you want? So if you look at that and you say, let's go back here for a minute. So an example is, and I've given this before, the young mother, children, she's got a full-time job, and she is just not putting the good food on the table during the week. She knows that her children are not eating healthy. Uh, she's ashamed to say that she might be going through the drive-through 3 or 4 times a week. Not good, not good. You've got to find out what their problem is, what are they suffering, and how you can solve it. This is what I want you to do next week. Super easy, super duper easy. Make 3 to 5 real connections, whether that's on Zoom. I'm going to do some on Zoom. I'm the guinea pig here. I don't know, you're the guinea pig, I'm the guinea pig, but I'm going to implore you to get on my Calendly and let's talk, okay? But I want you to get out there, talk to 3 to 5 people. Listen more than you talk. Listen to what they're doing. You're looking for tell phrases, kind of like gamblers. I'm embarrassed to say, a young mother would say, I'm embarrassed to say I'm not feeding my children right. I capitulate and I run through the Panera, or God help us, run through McDonald's. Chick-fil-A isn't much better. I'm not a Chick-fil-A fan, but I won't go in there. I hate to admit, the truth is, you're looking for patterns. So, what they tell you becomes your marketing copy. And this is brilliant. This is so much easier than trying to be a copywriter yourself and trying to figure out what you're supposed to put on a daggum landing page and a thank you page and in your email. If you talk to your people, they're going to tell you what your marketing copy is. You're just going to repeat it back to them. Easy peasy. So, decision time after you talk to a few people, you either got to pivot or you got to build. You got to make that decision. Were you wrong? Is your idea wrong? Did nobody pick up on, well, I've got this thing over here. I mean, if it's the young mother that's trying to get healthy food on the table for her kids, and you're trying to sell her, let's see, what would you sell her that she doesn't need? A gourmet course, so you can become a chef. You're going to have chef quality food on the table if you take my course. That's not what she needs. All she needs is help with getting healthy food on the table. Whether that is food prep on Sundays, maybe that works, maybe that doesn't work for her. But you've got to hear what she's saying, and if your direction is wrong, pivot. If you're right and you're hearing those tell phrases, go ahead, start creating. Now, guess what? I'm doing this right now. I am testing for a workshop that I want to build, but I'm going to do my validation calls with you. I'm going to implore you people to come and be part of my, what do you want to call that? My use case. Um, what would we used to go? Focus groups. Yeah, you're going to become my focus group. Boy, you used to make good money when I was in Chicago. I used to make some pretty good money doing focus groups, but those days are kind of gone. There's a place up the street from us, and they sometimes call. They don't pay as well. They don't pay as well, but anyway, that's just it. But no, I am trying to figure out if what I'm going to build is going to solve my ideal client's problems. My hypothesis is creators need help with their list growth tech. I may find that they they're having problems with something else. Maybe they're breezing through the tech. Maybe there's a particular piece of the tech that I should be concentrating on. I just got to ask them. And if I'm right, you'll tell me. If I'm wrong, you'll tell me too. Now, you may think that this is going to be a really long live. It is not, because it's a very simple process. Now I'm going to show you. I've got a QR code up there. I want you to grab that, my Calendly, please. Calendly.com/inspired creatives/let's talk. If you would grab that, get on the schedule, find a time that works for you, and let's talk. The QR code is going to give you the cheat sheet. Again, Bitly kind of fiddles that around, and you will have those 2 steps where, what am I doing? Why is this page here? I thought I was going to go to the PDF. just click through Bitly, and then you'll be able to download the PDF. Now, here's my little lead magnet, and I want to tell you, I kind of like to tell you what's happening behind the scenes, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna tell you, okay? I'm gonna tell you. Now, I got to get to my laptop here, which means I have to look over here to my left. Okay, let's see what we got up there on the screen. Cool, 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 cool. Okay, this is a quick lead magnet cheat sheet for you. Now, this is the fastest. It's funny that the first thing is talk first, build fast. This is the fastest lead magnet that I have ever built. Let me get back on here. Yeah, so I had this great idea that, oh, I should have a cheat sheet for them. So, Claude's my AI of preference, and so we were talking back and forth, collaborating as I do, and I asked for a quick cheat sheet, and Claude spit this out, and this was Thursday afternoon, and I was like, okay, I got to get this to the VA and see if he can get this done. He did. I just love him. Oh my God. I am going to shout out to Smart VAs. Oh gosh, I wonder what I think it's smartvas.com. If not, I will find their link. Wonderful, wonderful team of virtual assistants. I've been with them for maybe 5, 6, maybe even longer years. And the gal call, people say cold calls don't work. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. If you get the right cold call. She cold contacted me on LinkedIn, and she was right up the road from me a piece. That's how we say in the sticks. She was right up the road a piece. She's in a smaller town outside of Columbus. And I thought, oh, yeah, she's a neighbor. She's kind of cool. So, I tested her out. I had tested some other virtual assistant teams. I wasn't, I didn't have some really good experience. I'd also gone through I think is it still Upwork? They may have changed their name. At one time it was Freelancer, Upwork. I think I tried Upwork. I'd never tried, oh, that other one where they say it's $5. I never tried that. But I didn't have good user experiences. So I was, a little bit skeptical with her team. But I mean, I have never given them any task that they can't do. Websites, lead magnets, graphics. They're great at AI. They got a team of AI people, experts, um, email service providers, getting your emails. They are just this well-rounded team, and it's so much better than having one person. You have your own little team, and I just love them. Smart VAs. Put it on. I'll find the link. Okay, but good old Reginald here, he created this from Claude's prompts, and I think he did an excellent job. We got a 3-step flow, just perfect. I just thought this is great because we did this in one day, and I just had time to grab it, put it put it somewhere, which I'm not going to keep it on Bitly anymore because I don't like how that user experience is. But this is just an anecdote. Like I say, I'm going to tell you what is happening behind the scenes because I think that maybe some of these things can help you. So I had hurried up. I'm using Flowdesk. Love it. I got my form created. When you click that link over there, you're going to go to a Flowdesk form. You're going to fill it out. You're going to go to a Canva thank you page, which is going to lead you to your email where you're going to get your download link for the lead magnet. Okay, so I was in a hurry and I tested it and I wasn't getting the email. And I thought, oh my God, Tested again with another email. Still didn't get the email. And I'm like, checking spam. Wasn't in spam. So now I'm getting upset because it's Friday night. And I'm thinking, what's happening? What's happening? So I contact Flowdesk support. And of course, I've got the automated doodad coming up and, kept saying, no help, no help, didn't help, didn't help, give me a live person. And so I'm saying, I'm not getting the emails. This has never happened before. Please correct, check this workflow, check this form. And I'm going on and on because I'm upset. And sometimes perhaps when I type things and I'm kind of stressed. Maybe I'm a little harsh. I don't know. I try not to be because I do realize eventually there is a human somewhere, somewhere there. So as soon as I sent the support, whatever the chat thing, I just thought for a minute. I'm like, I didn't get the email. Why didn't I get the email? I created the form. Okay, check. I actually created the download link for the lead magnet. Guess what I didn't create? I didn't create the workflow. I didn't create the email. No wonder I wasn't getting the email. I didn't create it. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta go eat humble pie with Flowdesk and say, I'm sorry, I fixed it. Don't worry. But that happens. It happens. Little things. That was a little thing that I couldn't see it for a minute. And then all of a sudden I'm like, why am I not getting this email? Because you didn't make the workflow, Ramona. So once I did that, everything works. Again, I'm not pleased with Bitly, but it works. So this is you're going to follow this. This is great. Just get your 3 to 5 people. I think you really need to talk to more than 3 to 5 people. I know the last time I did these before I niched down to list building, I think I did about 10 a couple years ago. I can't use those because I've niched down even further. I'm concentrating on list building instead of trying to go from A to Z with all the tech that's required to create a course. That's too much because I'm making a workshop. It's too much. So I've got one specific win. They can get their lead magnet out. That's the only thing I'm going to do in my workshop. So this I am going to do quite a few more. I think I'm going to do about 10 to get some patterns going. And I know where to find my ideal client avatar. So I'm going to talk with them. And I would suggest, you can do 5, you can stop at 5. And if you're seeing some patterns, that's fine. But if you have the time, go ahead and try and get to 10 and see what you uncover. So guess what, people? I am going to leave you, and so you can go and do your Saturday because this is all I had for you. I just want to tell you, I just want to implore you, do not build. This is the only thing that I want to tell you. Because and don't, what's the saying? Don't do, don't do as I say. No, wait a minute. Do as I say, don't do as I done. Now I in the past I got so many projects. So many projects that I never asked. I never asked my ideal customer. I just went ahead and built. They flopped. They're sitting in folders. I spent a lot of time on some of these projects that I thought were just, this is gonna make me $1 million. Well, I ain't made $1 million yet. So this year, I'm gonna do something different. I'm following Amy Porterfield's Digital Course Academy process. I mean, I've paid enough money to that little girl, so I might as well figure out what she's saying and just stick to her script. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm going to say one more thing before I just want some opinions. Let's see if there's anything in the chat. Nobody got anything in the chat. Everybody's real quiet today. So here's the thing, I'm dealing with the AIs. I've got this setup back here. And I went to Gemini. Gemini, you talk back and forth. I like that. I can do that with my Rosebud journal, which I love. But I was talking with Gemini and I'm sending Gemini the pictures and asking, I feel like this side just drops off. And if I position the camera uh, just a little way over, there's a white curtain over there, and there's also a white um, lamp over there that don't look bad, but I don't want to position it that way. So I felt that I need something over there. And I actually went in Canva. I went in Canva and I made a plant. Well, I didn't make a plant. I just took the background off of a image of a plant, and because I've done that before and people didn't know it was an overlay. So I tried that, and then I made a little piece of a curtain to put on there. And I said, does this look like an image? And Gemini was like, no, it doesn't. It really does look like a curtain, the way the fold is coming, that looks like a curtain. But I suggest that instead of being right in the center, I don't like to humanize the AIs. We're getting, closer and closer to humanizing with the humanoids. But right now, I try not to humanize them yet. So Gemini said to put myself off center, and this will even it out better. I want your opinions on, is this okay? Now I got a Edison lamp, a white Edison lamp coming, that I'm gonna put up there because I used to put the orange salt lamp, but I'm tired of that. I have other places in the house I can use that as a night light, but I'll have that. Gemini even told me what to put up there, like to put a gold star or something, or maybe a flowy plant. And Gemini said the best thing would be this Edison lamp. So that's what I got coming. I'll see how that works, see if I like it. But my question is this, we're always told to be like this, the law of thirds, you're doing this, you got the graph. And I know that if I'm going to be like on an interview or a podcast and somebody is going to put my image on their software, their podcast software, or their YouTube, or for having an interview side by side, I do want to be in the center. And I wouldn't have my lower third there. But just to talk, Gemini told me that I should do like this. It said that it's less intimidating and it makes me look, I think it said more authentic, or basically less intimidating, because I guess, I don't know. It said head on, it didn't like it. Said this is the way to go. So I don't know. You tell me. Is it the way to go? I'm gonna have to go through YouTube and look at things and see. But most of the time, everybody's in the middle. But I still have this thing over here that I feel like it doesn't balance. I tell you a little story because I have stories. Okay, wait a minute. That bookshelf came from Wayfair. And my husband got really good at building stuff. So one of the slats on the side, it didn't go in right. It was messed up. So with Wayfair, you can say, okay, send me a replacement piece, and they're so good at that. I get tired of Wayfair though because it's basically just another IKEA with more styles, I think. A lot of people may differ on that. But anyway, there I have another shelf just like that because they're corner shelves. I should put it over there, except I'm not going to lug the damn thing up here because I am in the process of moving. So that's it. I just want to know, anybody put it in the chat. Is this offset working for you? I don't know. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see. But what I want you to do, here's your walking orders. Get out there, talk to humans, and find out if your big idea is the idea that is going to solve a problem for your ideal client avatar, transform them to an aspirational desire that they have, alleviate their pain. Find out if what you're thinking about before you put any time into building, find out if you're building the right thing. So that's it today. I mean, that was short and sweet, right? Tell me about this setup here. Give me some ideas because I'm low on I have really a small amount of real estate here. So grab the cheat sheet in the chat. And sorry about Bitly. I'll try and figure out a more user-friendly download situation and start talking. It'll only take a few minutes. Ta-ta.